Hi everybody, my name is Tino Martin. I'm a personal trainer and entrepreneur, and I just finished up the ACE certification, the ACE, American Council on Exercise, whatever you guys want to call it. Just finished up that certification, and I kind of had to do it in a really short time frame. So I actually gave myself 2 weeks. I wanted to be able to absorb as much information as I could in that amount of time. So I really had to make my training, my studying as effective as possible. So thankfully I had the opportunity to fly down to Texas and go to a performance center at Carrollton. Some of my guys, Lee, Ryan, thanks for helping out, all the knowledge they gave me. So what I learned was actually how the test was formatted, where to actually focus, and how the test is graded. So I broke that down and just wrote it out for you guys. I just wanted to share it so that you guys wouldn't have to go through the same thing. One, yeah, you will need this book. You'll need the 5th edition manual for ACE. So first of all, format, it's 150 multiple choice questions. The 100 questions are graded. Only 100 questions are graded. You have 3 hours to complete it, and it's all multiple choice. So I did end up taking 2.5 hours. It was tough. It wasn't as easy as I thought. I thought it was gonna be easy. I did pass, but it was tough. If you wanna know how I did, you can check out my Instagram, and you can just DM me. I'll let you know. Actually, if you want this information that I wrote down to, just DM me on Instagram at Lean with T is at the bottom. I'll give it to you guys. So format, 150 questions, multiple choice, graded 100%. 100 of them will be graded. You got 3 hours, and it's graded in 4 sections. So the first section is actually interviews and assessments. The second section is program design and implementation. Program modification and progression is the third section. And the fourth section is professional conduct, safety, and risk management. Well, my background, the majority of my background is actually in business, consulting, and sales. So that section I didn't really study for, and I ended up doing the best on that section. But if that's not your background, I wouldn't recommend it. So those are the 4 sections. And then the areas to focus on, the majority of them are in chapter 7. So those are the ones that everybody on all the other videos, they've been saying, yeah, focus on chapter 7. They're right. Muscular imbalances that cause poor posture or inefficient movement. So the majority of the questions, at least movement-based questions, are directed to chapter 7. So I would recommend learning the best practices for correcting different types of imbalances in the hips, the shoulders, and the ankles. So if you know those well, know how to correct them, that would be my recommendation. And then knowing the planes of movement and what the different muscles do and what the names are for the different planes of movement, the different planes, the different types of movement. So focus on those for sure. The last thing is to be able to recognize and interpret findings from the movement screenings and postural assessment. So those are all in chapter 7. Those are the areas you need to actually focus on and know for the actual exam and in the field. The other things that came up that might catch you off guard a little bit were actually knowing how to read a nutrition label and do the math to figure out what, to give your clients a better understanding of what they're getting from each section of the nutrition label. So I'm just gonna say that. And then special populations, there are a few questions that come up in regard to special populations, so make sure you focus on that as well. And then knowing how to design a basic program, and then to be able to modify it for any reason that might come up, whether that's an injury, poor posture, or just getting that person to a better state of health before they're able to do the correct movement. So I'm just gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on Instagram. I'm just dropping videos on YouTube from now on, and then I'm pushing people to Instagram. Sorry, it's a little inconvenient, but that's the way we're doing things right now. So, okay, look forward to hearing from you guys. All right, bye-bye. See you soon.